Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into a really fascinating and honestly deeply frustrating paradox of human behavior. It's a dynamic that completely defies logic, whether you're seeing it play out in your local community or right there in your workplace. So let's unpack exactly why human beings interact the way they do.
It's what we call the unity paradox. Think about it for a second. Why do the wrong people unite? Just picture a standard political debate. You've got people who don't actually agree with each other on much of anything, right? But because they simply want to win, they somehow manage to form these ironclad alliances with incredible ease. Meanwhile, those who actually share the exact same core values, they fall apart over the absolute smallest differences. It just feels totally backwards.
And that brings us to a tremendous question. The prominent thinker Said Nursi actually identified this exact thing. And he didn't just see it as some quirky modern complaint. He saw it as a profound philosophical paradox. There is this stark contrast happening. On one hand, you have those who care only for this world, the heedless, the misguided, or the hypocritical, and they manage to unite without any rivalry whatsoever. But then, on the other hand, you have believers, scholars, and seekers of truth. These are people who share immense, truly meaningful common ground, and yet they inexplicably fracture. When we focus in on these seekers of truth, the believers, the scholars, the spiritual seekers, we see a glaring logical mismatch. By all the rules of reason, unity should effortlessly belong to them. Their shared foundational values are just so vast that banding together should be the single most natural outcome in the world. Which brings us directly to Nursi's core observation. He puts it like this: unity should belong to believers who share countless common points, while division should belong to hypocrites who share almost nothing sincere. So why have these roles reversed? That specific phrase right there, roles reversed, is absolutely crucial. It's literally the crux of this entire explainer. So we need to start diagnosing the divide.
Now, Nursi doesn't just brush this off as a simple, surface-level complaint. Not at all. He actually treats it as a highly systematic behavioral illness. In his work, he promises to map out 7 distinct reasons for this crazy role reversal. But, before we can even begin to comprehend those 7 specific reasons, we absolutely have to grasp the baseline rule first. And that baseline is a broader Quranic principle. Unity is supposed to be the natural byproduct of genuine belief. It's not just some happy accident. If shared values are real, unity must logically follow. It has to. And if it doesn't, then something is actively interfering.
So I want you to turn this lens on your own life and your own alliances for a minute. Have you ever found yourself in a bitter conflict with peers who share your core values, and the whole thing was over some completely insignificant detail? You know what I mean. We've all lost the forest for the trees at some point. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final thought. Look back at those past disagreements with your allies. Was that tiny detail really the cause of the division? Or, based on this paradox we've just unpacked, were there actually deeper, hidden forces and rivalries at play just beneath the surface? Keep that question in the back of your mind as you navigate your own communities. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning the dynamics around you.